Kiss for luck. Hey everybody, welcome to the Marketing Checklist Viewcast. We're Sharon and Hank Yuloff of Yuloff Creative. We're the people you call when you want sales, marketing, HR, and basic business coaching.
On this Viewcast, you will meet and learn from successful entrepreneurs who are out there making it happen right now.
Yep, and here's how it works. If you've watched our Viewcast, and a lot of you have because we've seen the Google Analytics, we're going to ask pre-sent questions to our guest. Today it's Whitney McDuff. And we've already gotten her answers, although in this case, I'm not sure we've gotten the answers. So we're working without Annette today. So welcome to the Marketing Checklist Viewcast live edition.
Here's the kicker. The interview will be just 7 minutes and 21 seconds long.
Why 7:21?
That's our wedding anniversary.
Darn straight it is. So why don't we get started? You want to introduce our guest?
Well, you kind of already did. Our guest today is Whitney McDuff from WhitneyMcDuff.com.
Wow.
And
that was easy.
Yeah.
So creative.
We're all set. Are you ready to go, Whitney?
I'm ready. Let's do it. Thank you for having me.
You betcha. We're going to start the clock as soon as Sharon asks the first question.
Keeping in mind that we only have a 3-story building, what is your elevator story?
Goodness, I help people launch and build public speaker brands. I believe that everyone has a story and they either lack the confidence or roadmap to share it. So I want to provide that for people so they can get their stories out into the world and make a difference.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you would like to expand on what your business is really all about?
So at its heart, the business is about storytelling, right? That's what helps us elevate throughout our lives. It's the crux of society and how we grow as people. But I fundamentally believe that if you have a story or skill set that can make someone's life better, it is our obligation to share that. So what I really want to do is empower people and give them the roadmap so that they can do that successfully and make their story a part of their life.
Heck, yes.
You know, we talk to a lot of people about speaking, and so many of them feel like, well, I don't really have a story to share. I'm not really sure what I'd say. So I hope they watch this episode and they connect with you.
Absolutely. Everyone has a story. You all have a story, and every single person that you meet in this life knows something that you don't. So we often get caught up in one thinking that everybody knows what we know, and that's just fundamentally not true. And if you just have the courage to share your story, you can truly help change lives. So I just want to give people the roadmap to do that.
It's kind of like we're in the 7th inning of a 9-inning game and somebody else might be in the 1st inning. So you help them get started. You help them get into the lineup and into the game, right?
Right. Yes. Great analogy. That's why you're great at what you do.
So why should our listeners flock to you?
I am a very powerful storyteller, and my magic is being able to connect the dots very, very quickly and easily. That's my genius of how you can monetize your own story. So someone shares their background, their skill set, what they fundamentally believe. The thing that all of my clients have in common is they are purpose-driven. And my zone of genius is seeing how those dots connect so that you can make a living sharing your knowledge and your story.
Awesome. What tips could you give to our listeners?
About speaking, one is be confident in who you are. You are perfectly designed, and all of the circumstances of your life have led to the impact that you're able to make. And what I really want to tell everyone listening that may be like, oh, I don't know if I want to be vulnerable in that way. What you perceive as your flaw and as what has happened in your life that is terrible or not worthy or whatever you struggle with, that is actually your superpower. And that is the thing that is going to help other people live a better life, but most importantly, help you live a meaningful life. So if you can have the courage to share those parts of you, that the path that you cut to live better and more fully yourself, like that is what is going to be the key to everything, because authenticity is where it's at. And the most powerful speakers in the world, they're all sharing the hard parts, right? So be comfortable acknowledging your own worth and know that the hard parts of your story is what's going to make you have the most impact.
Do it scared.
Yes, do it scared. A practical tip in speaking is talk with your hands. It exudes confidence. So if you're ever on stage, you'll see a lot of people do that, but that's just a very practical tip. And try and bring in humor if you can. It's something that lowers everybody's guard and immediately makes you relatable.
Truly.
Yeah, it's fun. We've taken courses in neuro-linguistic programming, and one of them was in speaking. And there are basically 5 spots you can put your hands if you want to stay. In fact, the first 2 days, we're not allowed to use our hands at all. And that's just really difficult for me.
Oh, I'm sure. I love that.
What's an amusing job title for you?
Chief Empowerment Officer. Absolutely, that's my favorite part of my job. I love helping people see their own specialness, and I love seeing light bulbs go off that, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I could make money doing this, that, or the other. And it just, it lights me up. It makes me so happy when people discover that they can do this.
We had a client that was always saying, I could do that? Yes,
Yeah.
Lydia, you could do that.
Yes, that is the best. It's so great. It's literally why I do what I do. It just makes me happy.
Yes.
How many hugs do you think you've given a person when they step off their first stage? How many of those hugs do you think you've done?
First of all, I have no boundaries whatsoever. So I am a huge hugger. Being in this position, it's very vulnerable, right? When you're releasing anything creative. And I really appreciate that, which is why I think people like working with me. We have this misconception that people on stage are uber confident. Here we go. They don't ever worry or sweat what they're about to do. And that's why they're in that position. But the reality is, regardless of if you're super extroverted or introverted, we all fear being criticized or feeling like we're not good enough. And so I think it's wonderful when people have the courage to get out there and share their story. So yeah, I'm hugging 1,000 times. You better get ready for me, because here I come.
There we go.
Absolutely. What are the most common questions that people ask you about your business?
Do you think I have a story? Is a huge one.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I find speaking engagements? And this is a really great lesson that I want to give the audience. The more you speak, the more you speak. And if you want to speak more, you need to start today. You don't need to wait on somebody to, pluck down from the sky and bring you up on stage. You need to start getting on social media and speaking. This is all about positioning you as the authority. So if you are truly invested in speaking more for your business, start today. Reach out to your network. Let them know, hey, I have a goal in 2021. I want to get 20 speaking gigs. Who can you connect me with? This is a goal of mine. I really want to do it. And let your network know what your plan is. You gotta take off the shield and let people help you get there, because everybody has huge networks. So let them know that this is a goal and start speaking today.
Yes. What was the most unexpected thing that you've encountered in your business?
Probably my first real client was when I really understood the power of media. My friend Adam was in a car accident when he was 19. It severed his spinal cord. He couldn't walk. And he was introduced to a technology called an exoskeleton that would allow him to walk again. But the kicker was we had to raise $80,000 in a matter of weeks. And I was not in PR and speaking at that time, but I knew instinctively we've got to get the media involved. And just getting down in the ditches and pitching wrong and not knowing how to do it and literally learning in the deep end of the pool, we finally cracked the code. And it ended up escalating, as media does, as speaking does, all of these things. And Hollywood got involved, Stephen Colbert, Chadwick Boseman, Marvel, all of these incredible things. And we ended up raising the money. And it was truly a wake-up call for how powerful being on a platform is. And now Adam takes his story. He's got the exoskeleton. He goes all around the country and helps raise money for other people who are wanting to re-enable themselves, as he calls it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do you have a favorite business tool that you use all the time for your clients?
This is going to sound so simple, but it's Calendly. It has changed my business. It's taken out all the back and forth of are you available here or there, but from a money standpoint, if you are at all weird about negotiations, or I'm not, but this is what I suggest to people that are, you can set up your Calendly so people cannot get on your calendar without putting down a card. So it's really empowering. And you kind of take out being the bad guy. Like, yeah, I'd love to meet with you too, because we all get in that mode, right? Everybody wants to pick your brain. Like, oh God.
They'd like to
Get
honor
out of
you.
here with that.
Yeah, they want to honor you by picking your brain. Yeah.
Exactly. And so that was a huge game-changing thing for me at the beginning of my business. And I still preach about it all the time because it's such a simple thing to implement.
Excellent. Is there a four-letter word that describes your business or you?
I hope that it's give. I have some pretty big goals for the company. They're all related back to nonprofits. I think there's absolutely no reason in the world that I should be the only person that benefits from the success of the company. And I hope that everyone that I'm involved with and everything that I'm building ultimately gives back to something bigger. And that's what I'm passionate about. This is not about getting on stage. This is about being able to tell your story so you're leaving a legacy and really creating a true impact in your life, right?
Yeah, it's kind of important. Even every coaching program we have, we always include the fact that some nonprofit is going to benefit when they coach with us. You know,
Absolutely.
Your heart of giving back is one of the things that completely attracts us to you, because you get it. You just get the world, and that's an awesome thing. And I have a feeling I kind of have a feeling it's going to lead us to the answer to our next question about what in your business makes you happiest.
Doing that. I have been so blessed in my life with health and these amazing relationships and my incredible children. And I want to be able to use the gifts that I've been given to help other people find theirs. That is really what lights me up and makes me happy and drives me from within to do this work. So often people do not even recognize their own light. And I think it is our job as people to like reach in there and be like, you are amazing. Like, get out here and show your stuff. So that's the avenue that I've been fortunate enough to do it in, is helping people speak, but we do it all in so many ways.
Okay.
Truly.
My favorite question in all of our viewcasts: what did you learn in nursery school that has helped you today?
So many things.
Someone did say, "Don't eat the paste." So
Oh, there we go. Again, this is going to sound simple, but it always is being kind. Like,
Cool.
I learned this from my parents. I was always interested. I always ask why. Like, if someone's sitting by themselves, why? And even from a young age, that was instilled in me. Like, everyone has an innate desire to be seen. And I think if you can be the kind of person that lets people know that they are seen and wanted, that it's not even a skill. It's just like a presence will carry you throughout your life. And another, the golden rule, like, I try to act back then when I was 5 up to my adulthood. I want to have somebody feel the way that I would want to feel when they enter a room. So I absolutely will be, hugging, hey, great to see you. And I've always been like that, because I always think like I would not want to go somewhere and everybody act like they didn't really care if I was there. So yeah, it's who can I sit on the floor with and play with blocks and learn about who they are, which I guess translates into the work I do today. It starts very young.
More Legos.
All right. So what's the #1 fantasy lead you could get from somebody watching the Viewcast?
The #1 what? I'm sorry.
Fantasy lead. Who's that person?
Oh,
The reclusive billionaire who's never spoken that
yeah,
wants
it's obviously Bruce Wayne. Like I really would want to pull him on stage. No.
Yeah.
I would really love to go on the journey with someone through their success, not like get them at the peak of success, but it would really be amazing for me to be like, oh my gosh, like we started this together and like look at where they are now. So I can't really name a person because that person's not in the lights yet, but that's my dream, is to take somebody to the absolute echelon of success in every way.
Okay. And if somebody's listening that likes joint ventures, who would be the perfect joint venture other than Bruce Wayne, the perfect joint venture partner for you?
Oh goodness. I love working with publishers. So like a giant publishing house would be great. Again, it's all in the theme of storytelling. Hollywood would be amazing. One of the production studios there, that would be so fun. Like to have a client that we just built this incredible story that went on to become movies. Oh, that would be so great.
That would be cool.
See them on the big screen.
So let's get started in doing this. Is there an offer you'd like to give to somebody that's watching this as a way of starting the conversation with you?
Sure. So it's not an offer, it's an invitation. I send out emails a lot. I love sharing resources. I believe that, I just want to give you everything that I've got. So if I come across something amazing, I send out speaking leads every week. I send out cool tools that I found to get connected. If you guys want to hop on my email list, just head to whitneymcduff.com, and there's cool stuff coming down the pipeline all the time. So you can head to my website. But if you are interested in starting the journey on crafting a story that you can monetize, I would love to have a conversation. On my website is a link to have a call with me. I'd love to just tell you what your options are.
Awesome. And if you're watching, the link to whitneymcduff.com is in the description on this video. So all you have to do is scroll down a little and it's going to be right there for you. So, hey, guess what? That's time.
Awesome.
Well done. As far as I can tell on the clock, you are dead on at 7 minutes, 21 seconds. Great job. You nailed it.
All right.
The producers gave you 7 minutes, 21 seconds on stage and you hit it. That's
perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. By the way, that is a really good tool. I'm sure you teach. If somebody gives you X amount of time, don't go over.
Oh, listen, y'all, you'll get blacklisted quick as lightning doing that.
Yeah.
Definitely follow the time that the event planners give you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So go connect with Whitney McDuff at whitneymcduff.com. Make sure you connect with us at freemarketingconsultation.com.
Yep. Sign up for your free 30-minute success call. Most small business owners report back that was worth at least $10,000 in things that in increase sales, or in things that we save them money on, because we're really good at systems, which stands for save yourself some time, energy, and money.
And if you would like to be on the Viewcast as well, when you sign up for that successful call, please let us know and we will be happy to send you those questions as well.
Can't wait. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks, Whitney. And we'll see you next time, everybody, on the Marketing Checklist Viewcast.
Thanks, guys.